Till now we have seen how you can implement this dashboard UI in Angular 16. Now in today's episode we are going to move one step ahead and see how you can add the CSS programmatically in Angular with the help of this dark mode and light mode theme feature. So basically what we are going to build is when the user clicks on dark mode, the UI appearance of that box will become black, and when the user clicks on light mode, the UI appearance of that box will become light. So basically a light and dark mode theme feature we are going to build in this episode, and the code for this entire feature will be available in the description link below, so you can check that as well, and for learning purpose you can watch the entire video. If you are watching this Codzify YouTube channel for the first time, do like, share and subscribe, and share it with your friends as well. All the mobile app and web app related content will be available here, so you can check that out and learn how to create the apps, right? So let's go back to the screen and see how you can implement this dark mode and light mode feature in Angular 16. We have seen how to create this dashboard UI in Angular. Now in today's episode we are going to focus how to add the CSS dynamically in Angular. For example, I have created this registration form here, and how can you apply the light mode and dark mode theme to this UI registration form in Angular? That's what we are going to cover in today's episode. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create one component here so that we understand how to do this separately, right? Okay, so here I'm going to give it as dynamic styling. Okay, so our component is ready here, dynamic styling component here, and we are going to add this in our routing module. So let me add this dynamic styling. Okay, dynamic styling component. Now inside this file we are going to design this UI, right? So let's begin with that. First we will create here one container, and let me give it name as login container. Inside that we will create one button here. For example, we will give it as dark mode here name, and let's give it a class button primary, and we are going to give it a color as white color. The text color should be white. Now this text will change dynamically. For example, if I click light mode, the text here will change to dark mode, and when I click dark mode it will change to light mode. So how to do that? For that you will need a dynamic variable here, right? So I will give it as button text. So we need to create this inside our ts file as well. So here I will give it name as dark mode initially. Now when the user will click here, the text will change, right? So for that we need to create one click event here. So we will create click event, and I will give it name as toggle styles. Okay, using this method we will be able to apply that styles, right? So here we will change button to light mode and dark mode, so the toggle logic will come here. Okay, so let's first design the UI and then we will go for the logical part. Okay, so this is the first thing which you need to do. At the heading here I will give it a register, and now let's create the material form field. So material form field, and we will give it as class as full width. Inside that we will create one input. We will give it name as material input, and placeholder we will give it as username. Okay, similarly we will create one for password. We will give type as password, so that the text will be encrypted in password form, right? And at the end we will create one button. We will name it as button, and the background will be given as primary and text as white. So these are all the bootstrap classes as we have covered in our first 3 episodes in section 1, right? And we will give it as register. Okay, now let's run this. So this is what we have built till now, right? Now let's style this in our CSS file so that we will be able to see the UI properly. So here to the container, like this login container, let's assign the CSS display as flex, flex direction as column, align items to center, justify content as center, height let's give it as 100 VH, and background color let's give it as the black background color. Let's assign the CSS to this full width, right? So here you can give it as width I want as 100%. That's it. Now the alignments are set to center. Now we have to change this dynamically. So for that we need to assign some styles dynamically inside our TS file. For that you can use ng style directive here. We will give it as login styles, and with the help of this we can change it dynamically here. For example, let's assign the initial CSS to this dynamic styling. So here first we will give a background color which will be displayed at first, so that will be black. Okay, border we will give a 2 pixel here, solid blue. Color we will assign as white. Margin we will assign 30%. Margin top, let's give it a margin top of 10% here. And height 30%. Border radius 20 pixel. And let's implement this toggle styles function here. So add the logic, right? So here what you need to do is, if this dot login styles background color, we will check like what's the background color current at this stage. If the background color is black here, we will change the login styles background color to white for light mode, right? Similarly we have to change the color of borders as well. So this dot login styles, we will change the color of border as 2 pixel solid black. Login styles color will be black. And we will change the text of button to light mode, right? So that's how we are going to handle the logic of dark mode and light mode. Else we will change it to black, and the border color will become blue and the color will become white for the dark mode, right? Now as you can see here, light mode and the dark mode feature has been enabled here, right? We need to adjust the margin from both the sides. So let's add the margin here, or what we can do is we can use the width as 80%, right? So you can see how the dark mode and light mode CSS dynamically changes here, right? So let me explain you again what we have seen till now. We have created one login container right? And here we have given the ng style directive. Now with the help of this, we are going to change it dynamically. How? We have initialized it with the basic layout. Like first the background color should be black. When we load it, first the background color will become black, the border is blue, and all the CSS properties we have applied here initially, right? Now when the user will click here, and here we have created the simple form with material inputs, username and password, and one button register. Now when the user will click this dark mode and light mode, this function will be activated, and here we have applied the logic. Like if the background color, using this login styles property right here, if the background color is black, change it to white, and otherwise change it to black. And also we are changing the text of this button dynamically when the toggle style button is getting clicked. That's how you can add the CSS programmatically in Angular 16. I hope you got the clear understanding how you can add the CSS programmatically in Angular, and if you have any doubts, do drop it in the comment section, and also suggest me more topics so that I can create more videos on these kind of topics, right? If you found this video useful, do drop a like, share and subscribe, and share it with your friends as well. And that's it for today guys. See you in the next episode. Till then, keep learning, keep coding.